Hi everyone, it's Holly and welcome back to Journal with Dolly. Today this is going to be a journal with me and I'm going to be talking about cheap, free and inexpensive journal supplies. Now if you can see me kind of going to the left a little bit here at the beginning, it's just because I had my laptop on the side and it was playing up, so I had to sort that out. You always think that you're ready to film and then something goes wrong. So yeah, that was today's issue. So that's what I'm doing here. Also this video, I don't know what's wrong with it. It looks a little bit laggy. It looks like it's lagging and it kind of looks like it's been taken in stop motion, where you have loads of photos and you stick them all together and it looks like they're moving. I don't know why it's doing that, quite honestly. So we're just going to roll with it. I think it's perfectly watchable. It just looks a little bit vintage. I'm getting a new phone soon, so hopefully when I get my new phone, the video qualities and the photo qualities on my Instagram and stuff are going to go up, because I might be able to get some better editing software and a better camera and everything like that. So you just have to deal with that today, guys. So I put a poll on my Instagram, I think it was yesterday, just asking about what you wanted me to chat about on some of these voiceovers. And this is the one that got the most votes, and this was cheap, free or inexpensive journal supplies. I also asked if you'd like to see a journal for beginners guide, and that also got a lot of love. So I will be doing that at some point as well. Some of the things that I'm going to be doing with that is kind of going into the terminology that journalers use that you might not know if you've just started, things like happy mail, jelly plate, things like that, kind of just words that don't really mean much if you've never been in the journaling community before. You might not know what those things are, or the art community really as well. And I'm also going to be saying about how you can kind of get started, but this video, I will be signposting in that video to this video as well, because I think when you first getting started, it can be very overwhelming to go into these art shops or to watch lots of YouTube videos and all this sorts of thing and just think, where are these people getting all this stuff from? Now, I am not one to say that I don't spend a lot of money on art stuff. I do, okay? I'm perfectly able to spend a little bit of money each month on arty, crafty stuff. And I'm fine with that. You know, you're here once, you don't know what's going to happen, you don't know what's around the corner. Who cares if I buy some art stuff once a month? Like, who gives a crap? Like, I'm very much in that belief. I think that about everything I do. If it's going on holiday lots, if it's going to lots of festivals, if it's going on lots of nights out, if it's going out for food all the time, if it's spending on that stuff. I'm quite an indulgent person and I really do believe that we are here for a good time, you know. So that's why this lockdown's killing me, because I can't do anything. But yeah, I'm very much a believer of that. However, I also take pride in being a bit of a bargain hunter, and also I love being able to transform something which might not have been intended for the use of, you know, journaling or art journaling and actually incorporate it into my pages. And that's where these kind of cheap, free and inexpensive journal supplies and things that I use in my journals come in. So I'm just going to be going through a few notes that I've made about where you can find these sorts of things, and yeah, hopefully give you some inspiration if you want in some, just about kind of where you can find these stuff and how you can use them and stuff like that. So the first thing I will say is you need to know where to look, okay? There's lots and lots of shops that I mentioned on channels, and quite often these are shops that we don't have in the UK, because more often than not, a lot of YouTubers are American and they're over in the States and they're talking about Hobby Lobby, they're talking about Tuesday Morning, they're talking about Dollar Tree, they're talking about Walmart. And us in Europe, guys, we don't have any of that. So these are mainly shops in the UK that you can get stuff from. But just to kind of give you an idea of where to look if you're wanting to know. So the first place that I like to look is pound shops. So any Poundlands, One Below, any shops like that. Obviously not Pound World anymore, as that went bust and it's gone. But Poundland and One Below, they're two amazing shops where everything is below a pound. And they always have art supplies in there, and they're actually really good. You can actually get like 3D gel dots and stuff, which cost about £7 in Hobbycraft for literally £1. So, you know, you need to know where to look. Poundland also do loads of good washi tapes. You can see me using quite a few of them on these pages. They also have lots of stickers in, all sorts of stuff. You just need to go over to the craft section and look in the kids section as well. All the kids stuff, you'll find stuff in there, like picture books. You can cut those up if you want to cut them up. They have a big kind of, well, in the Poundland near us anyway, they have like a big bucket of books that they want to get rid of for like 50p. Have a rummage in there, guys. Like, go through it, try and see if there's any big images or pictures that you might want to cut up. You can use those. Another of my favourite shops is The Range. Oh my god, this is one of my favourite shops, and it's actually quite a new thing to me. I've only ever been in about 4 times, but every time I've gone, I've been like, I need to come here every single week, because the stuff that they've got, it's rammed. I mean, The Range is called The Range because it sells a range of things. I mean, it sells absolutely everything from garden stuff to craft stuff to bedroom stuff to food to pet food. It sells absolutely everything. But the craft section, oh my god, it's amazing. I think there's about 12 aisles in my local Range, and it's absolutely jam-packed with stickers and stuff. And most of it is all under £5, which is pretty reasonable for you know, washi tapes, sets of like 6 washi tapes and stuff. It's really, really good. Another really good shop to look in is The Works. The Works is a mixture of kind of a craft shop and a book shop for those guys outside of the UK who don't have a clue what I'm talking about. It's really good because it sells really cheap art supplies, but they also do have outlet shops as well where you can get stuff here even cheaper. And yeah, it's just a really good little shop to go and have a look at. Any sort of craft lover in the UK will know about The Works. Also, go and have a look in supermarkets. I recently went to Aldi and managed to get a die cut machine for 14 quid. 14 quid for a die cut machine, guys. I mean, a Sizzix is about 80 quid usually, so that was amazing. I also got loads of stickers from there. They were like 99p for a set of like 4 sheets. So that was really good. And have a look in Morrison's and stuff as well. Again, the book sections, any clearance sections, go and have a look through there and just see what they've got. Use your imagination. The next thing is, this is kind of going into the free version, not inexpensive, but for free stuff, check your junk mail, okay? I live in an apartment block, so all of our post gets put in the bottom. How am I going to try and say this? It gets put in the bottom where all of the post boxes are for each of our flats. But a lot of people don't want the junk mail that comes in there, so they put it on top of the post boxes. Have a rummage through your junk mail, because oh my god, you'll find some amazing stuff in there. Pictures of food on like takeaway leaflets, good wording that you can use, things like McDonald's and Domino's and stuff. They always put stuff through our doors, so if we ever have that, you can just cut that out and stick that in to show that you've had that. So yeah, junk mail is amazing. Also, don't chuck away stuff that you have it in the daytime. I mean, ephemera that you can collect during the day actually has more meaning than any of this that you can buy, and I promise that is true. You know, you can collect all sorts of things through your day, things like packaging of food, and I don't mean like obviously a package that's plastic that's had like a load of raw chicken in or something. I bring it up later on in this video, but I mean like boxes that have not had contact with food. You can cut those out and stick them in, make tags. You'll see one for a Massaman yellow Thai curry that I had the other day. It was the first time I'd ever made it. It was amazing, so I wanted to keep that. And the box was really funky as well because it's actually from Thailand. So yeah, cut those up. You know, it's not necessarily free, but obviously it wasn't bought with the intention of having it as a craft item. You can also get like receipts, tickets, anything that you pick up during your day. I mean, I pick up stickers off stuff if I ever get any like you know, post, I'll pick off the stamps, any packaging that's funky, I'll keep that. I keep everything. My boyfriend thinks I'm a bit of a loon, to be fair, but yeah. Another really good thing to do is to look online. I recently have gone crazy on Amazon. I mean, I'm getting an Amazon delivery, God, nearly every other day, full of craft stuff. That's what I mean, guys. Treat yourself, especially in this situation, because what else have we got to spend the money on? I've been honestly spending so much money on washi tape and stickers and all sorts of things, you know. Something to be careful of on Amazon, which I have found out recently, is that they sometimes, if you're buying cheap art supplies from there, they'll sometimes steal people's artwork to put onto stickers and things. I found this out when I bought some Animal Crossing stickers, and they were really cheap. I mean, they were like £3 for about 20 stickers, big vinyl stickers. And I got them, and all the artwork was different. And I sent them to my sister, because my sister, if you don't know, she does illustration at uni, and she's just really arty as well. I'll pop the link down for her Instagram below, because it's amazing. Please go and check my little sister out. And she loves Animal Crossing as well. And she was literally like, Holly, this is stolen artwork. Like, all the artwork is different. It's this person is just cashing in on a load of people's artwork that they're not going to know has been used for this. So that's really crap. So if you're on Amazon, then just be really careful about what you're buying. You know, I don't know if I'll buy. I mean, I won't buy those sorts of stickers again, just because I like crediting people who put work in, and obviously I have to think about if that was my sister's stuff on there and it was getting flogged real cheap, that I wouldn't be very happy about it. So yeah, be careful with Amazon. The same with AliExpress, eBay, any of them. Just be a little bit aware when you're buying stuff, if it's actually legit and if it's from the real artist. I mean, to be fair, guys, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be if it's that cheap. It's cheap for a reason. So I've kind of learnt my lesson there, but I have literally got about 700 bloody vinyl stickers to use up now. So I will be using them up. I don't want them to go to waste. However, yeah, I don't know if I'll be buying them again. Another thing that you can do is join Facebook groups. I am in so many Facebook groups. I don't even see what my friends are doing anymore on Facebook, quite honestly, because my feed is just full of people's images of journals, junk journals, all sorts of stuff like that. Now, if you join these sorts of groups, what they do quite often is you get some really generous people in there that will actually post their artwork or post free printables that you can print out and use in your journals, and they'll put like freebie at the top and you can just click on it and download it. But going off that, one of my biggest things would be is to invest in a printer, because if you have a printer, quite honestly, your possibilities are endless with what you can do quite cheaply, because obviously you'll buy your ink and you'll buy the printer, and that'll be a big investment at the start. However, when you get further on down the line, it's going to save you so much money, because think of all the things that you can print out and that you can use and put in your journals. You can print out patterns and make them into washi tape. You can print out bits from Pinterest. You can print out people's Patreons if you're part of those. All sorts of things that you can print out. I mean, my printer is just sat looking at me sad because I found it and just can't get it to work again. My boyfriend every single day is like, I'm gonna get your printer to work, and then it never happens. But I feel a little bit sad getting rid of it, because my granddad bought me it and it has kind of sentimental value now. And I know that if he was here, he'd just be like, stop being an actual idiot and just go and get yourself a new printer. And I know he'll do that with my laptop as well. My laptop's absolutely screwed and I just can't get rid of them yet. I'm too attached, so we'll see, maybe maybe one day. But yeah, get a printer if you can, because it's a really, really good way of being able to get stuff. Another thing to do is to look around where you live. Now, I am very, very lucky. As most of you know, I live in the city centre of Leeds, which is a really big city, for those of you who don't know, in the UK. It's kind of similar to Manchester. It's only about an hour away from Manchester, but It's really cool. It's like the London of the North. It's got loads of stuff going on, and I can find free stuff from just literally walking down my street. I can go into shops, into independents, cafes, independent record, music shops, independent art shops, and there will be some sort of freebie that you can take, because it's quite a diverse city, and it's also got a really big music scene, and it's also got quite a big cultural scene as well. A lot of people make little zines and make little magazines and stuff that you can take for free, or you can pay like £1 to get one, and they're really good to cut up, because you'll always get real quirky images in there and stuff like that you can have. And also we have a lot of people, not obviously at the moment because nobody is commuting, but when everyone's commuting in, we've got people on the streets that are handing out free big magazines and free Metro newspapers, just like you would if you go to London and you're going around King's Cross station area. It's very similar to that. Everyone's shouting and there's stuff going on. So yeah, I always pick those up. The guy loves me. He sees me coming, I'm walking over to work, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's the girl that takes my magazines." He loves me. So yeah, definitely have a look about what's available near you. And finally, my last thing, magazines, guys. Magazines are your best friends, honestly. You can photocopy them, you can keep them for life, you can just cut them up to absolute craziness if you want. You're getting kind of double for your money because you can read it, but you can also use it. I love magazines. I mean, one of my favourite activities now is to literally just sit in bed or sit watching telly or wherever I am and just rip up magazines to absolute shreds and just cut them all up. You can get free magazines, obviously, like I've just mentioned. You could also get a subscription if you wanted for the year to a magazine, but that's a little bit pricey. Some of my favourite magazines to use are Breathe, Daphne's Diary, and I really want to get a Flow magazine. However, finding them in the UK is like gold dust. You just cannot get them anywhere. I don't know why, but it's really hard to get one. But yeah, Daphne's Diary and Breathe, they're amazing. Daphne's Diary, again, that's quite hard to get. I've only ever had 2, and that's when I've gone down to London, and in King's Cross I've managed to go to the WH Smith there and pick them up. So yeah, they're quite rare to get as well, but I've never seen a Flow magazine here. Other magazines you can use that are really good, interior design magazines. You can cut out the beds and the chairs and stuff. If you have like a lazy day, you can stick them in. You can also use any kind of magazine that you get free from like IKEA or Sainsbury's or literally anywhere like that. Any sort of free flyer or leaflet, pick them up and go crazy. So, sorry, my camera cut out there, I don't know why. My phone just being a nightmare again. Yeah, honestly, just go crazy. Just cut out everything that you can find, any little bits that you can find, just cut them out, stick them in, and then make them into folders. I mean, I've got a video of how to use magazines in journals. You can go and check that out, because that shows how I store them and how I kind of select images and stuff and all that kind of thing as well. I mean, this is a magazine image that you can see here on the page, that laptop. I mean, look how good that looks. I could never draw that. If you're good at drawing, I mean, that's your number one freebie. Just get some good pens and draw away. But honestly, I'm not very good at drawing, so yeah, unfortunately, that's not for me. But yeah, that's kind of my top tips, to be fair, guys, with cheap, free, inexpensive stuff. You've just got to be imaginative. Once you break that barrier of being able to just look at something and go, I could use that in my journal, you're going to have so much of a better time. One of my other favourite things to do is go to really cheap bookshops. So the charity bookshops are amazing. They're my favourite. There's a really big one just on the outskirts of where I live. Oh my God, it's brilliant. You can get books for literally like 20p, 50p, all these kids books. You can chop them up, take them out. The same with like car boot sales, flea markets, whatever you call them, wherever you live. Go and have a look around there. You can find stuff and you can chop it up and it's fine. You can stick it in. Just make sure you check if it's valuable or something before you do that. But I hope that's given you some ideas and it's helped you out a little bit. If you've got any more questions about anything, then leave them down below. Like I say, I'm going to be filming another video quite shortly about a beginner's guide to journaling. And I'm thinking, if my phone allows me to, well, it's been a bit dodgy, so I don't know if it will, I'm going to try and make that a little bit more funky. Instead of me just talking like this over a video, I'm going to try and actually properly film it, make it look quite good. But I mean, it might not, it might literally just be like this again. Which I hope's okay with you guys. There's also going to be a flip through coming up really soon. I've nearly completed the whole year for 2020 so far, which is amazing. I've never had that where I've done every single day before, up to date, done, boom. So yeah, there will be another flip through coming up shortly for February and March, when I have completely done that. May probably will be before, but just a little heads up there. So yeah, I hope you stay safe. I hope that you're having fun and making the best out of your situation wherever you are. And remember to go and follow me. If you're not subscribed already, go all do that good stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, lovelies. Bye.